Hello and welcome back to the Basement Card Collector. Today's video is going to be a first for me. We are going to look at my player binder, and specifically we're going to look at Ryne Sandberg, Hall of Fame second baseman for the Chicago Cubs. I've wanted to make a video like this for a long time now, and I have been messaging Daniel Wilson, a great channel, and he is awesome at showing how he stores his cards, how he organizes his cards. And I've told him several times that I really would like to make a video like that. I just haven't, and I'm not quite sure how I want to do it. Today's the day. So Daniel Wilson, check his channel out. I'll leave a description below. This is how I store my players that I collect in my binders. And here we're looking at the Ryne Sandberg binder. And I have done this system since I was very young, and I call it putting my players in order. And that just means for as long as I can recall, I have taken players that I collect, I divide up the cards based on make, and then I put the years in chronological order. And then this is kind of my order: Topps, Donruss, Fleer Score, Upper Deck Bowman. And then I get into Stadium Club, Studio, Leaf, any of those like extra, I call them new sets in my mind. And then I get into the box set cards, the cutout cards from magazines, the food issues, and then I just go from there. And so I wanted to show you my Sandberg binder to see how I do this. Here we go. And the last time I have done Sandberg, you're going to see how long it's been that I've put him in order. So here we go. Starting with my oldest Topps card, I have 86, 87, and you can see the glossy all-star I put in, 89, 90. And you can see there's my Topps run. It goes up to 93, and you can see 94 and the Topps gold, the parallel, my last Topps card that I put in. I'm going to Donruss. 88's the oldest one I have. I love that blue Donruss. But the 90, 91, 92, there's the end of Donruss. You can see the 94 with the little rainbow parallel down here. And it looks like I end with triple play, 1994 triple play. Switch to Fleer, 84, 88, 89, 90, 90, 90, 90, 91. Oh, I love that Provision. 92, here's some gloss coming into the collecting world. 92 Ultra. Fleer, there's the Fleer run, 94, 96, down to the Ultra. And my first metal card, 96 metal. Fleer, and then Score, 88, 89, 90, 90, 90, 91. So you can see, so we run through here. Here's Score, that really cool year they had Score Select. I love those cards. 94, Score looks to be the end. We jump over to Upper Deck, 1990, 91. Just love seeing them in order, up to 93. And then you get into those little subsets. They started popping up. It's really cool then and now. Here's a cool scratch-off card, but 94, Collector's Choice. Upper Deck, and then I switched to Bowman. Bowman, there's my Sport Flick, Leaf. So when I would go every now and then, I'd just take all the Sandbergs out and I'd put them in order. Here's my Leaf, really cool, heading to the Hall. This slideshow card is really cool. But then here's Studio, Stadium Club. We go into the Pinnacle. Ooh, I love that one. Rainbow. But Pinnacle, oh, Peachy. This is a really cool card here. It's this 1984 classic. You can see 91. So the classics in order. There's the postcards. Then we get into some of these very odd. Here's Ryne Sandberg with the rhino pose. Here's the craft. There's just some of these, the hostess card, the Topps Kids. Here's some of the box set cards. Here's the 91 schedule. Here's a cutout card from a magazine, Mr. Turkey. So then I get into my mini cards, these mini Topps. Here's the Superstar cards. And then we get into the mini, and this would have been the last time I stopped. And I just get new Sandbergs as I do, and I just kind of plug them in. Well, and I stopped with this little mini Donruss, like Cracker Jack card, I think. So everything after this would be just, I would call new, but you can see they're all out of order. And sometimes I check, sometimes I don't, sometimes I just stuff them in as we go. You can see here's the Leaf, 88 Leaf. Pretty cool Kmart card. Love that natural set. There's a box set, pop-up card, 85 Fleer with him and Mike Schmidt. Just, these will be the cards that need to go in order. Here's 89 Upper Deck, there's an 84 Topps, 85 All-Star, the Donruss. But you can see there's a Topps Gold winner, old Diamond King. But, so these I would have to put in order. And just tons of them. You can see I bought 2 of these 84 Donruss. Obviously, that's a double. I will pull one of those. But before I put them in order, I just kind of keep stuffing them in. And then once you can see that Diamond King, I just saw that too. So what I have is, and I did some math on a calculator here a second ago, and I have 268 Sandbergs in this binder with some doubles. And I understand that, but with some doubles. And so what I have here, and I went through and sorted all the new, I say new, there's another Donruss 84, but some of the Sandbergs have come from you, fellow YouTubers, which is amazing. There's a Topps Gold. We just got this, just from great channels, Sal Dougie, from Zach and Porter. But some of these cards, again, I do have, and I will pull some of these to see like the condition. The best condition card wins. Here's a pop-up card. I think I saw these. There's a couple classics, some of those box sets. 92 Bowman, I did not see that in there. Oh, I love that card. There's some glossy, more glossy. There's the opening day, 88. I love those. So what I do, and what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to come back and show you the finished product of how I put my cards in order, and we'll see where we go from the 268, and we'll see how we end up, and I'll zoom back through the binder and show you what the finished product looks like. And we're back. This is the finished product of me putting my Ryne Sandbergs in order, as we call it. And it took me a little longer than I had planned. As I went through and put them in new order, you can see I started with 84. It's because I keep the rookies out. So I actually have 3 copies of the Topps. Got the 2 just as is, and 1 we sent off TTM. Also pretty cool, very rarely talked about, but a Reggie Smith base card has a young rookie year card of Ryne Sandberg. There's the Donruss and the Fleer. We keep those separate, but in the binder we start off with 84, and you can see the O-Pee-Chee 85, All-Star 86. This would be my Topps run. Down here to 92. We updated some of the golds, and some of the newish type of 2015, 2012, more of the post-day playing card Topps. We had to sneak those in. Then we jump over to Donruss. And what you'll see here is an opening. For some reason, I don't have the 87 base Donruss. You can see here the Leaf and the opening day and the pop-up All-Star. So I left a space for that 87. I'm convinced I have it somewhere. I just don't have it in the collection. So I left a space. When we get it, just put him in. 88, all of the 88 variations, 89, 90. We cruise through the Donruss, 90, 90, 92, 93. This is kind of cool to preview. The Diamond King, always awesome. And the same, that ends the Donruss run. You get here into this mythical card. That's my newest copy. Thank you, Scott at Reindeer Studios. We jump over to Fleer, 84, 85, 85, and you'll see there's 2 blanks. Again, I have the 86 Fleer and the 87 Fleer set, But like that 87 Donruss, I don't have a copy in my Sandberg, so I just leave a space, and once we get those, plug them in. And you can see the 91, 92, we get down into the Ultra when the gloss hit. Ultra, we jump from Fleer, we jump to Score. All the Score, those late and early 90s Score. Then we jump into Upper Deck. Really cool 93 Upper Deck. That Then and Now card is really cool. Upper Deck, I go to Bowman next, is how we store those. Bowman, then we jump into those just extra sets is what I called them as a kid, and then in my brain I still have that same title, Leaf. We jump in the Studio, Stadium Club. Here we go into the Sportflix, down into Pinnacle. Here we got the Topps Bigs, Don't Tell Anybody. You're asking yourself, man, those fit really nicely. If you have a pair of scissors, you can make those Topps Bigs cards fit into a normal page just like they were meant to. Those are actually, when I cut those, I was probably 9 or 10 years old, I suppose. Then we jump into the post-serial cards. Here's the Classic Run. Then you come into these like food issues. There's Sunflower Seeds, Jimmy Dean, Mr. Turkey. Here's the Kraft Singles. Some of those box set cards, some of those Fleer sets. Some of these like random, like there's him with a rhino. I mean, come on, how cool is that? And we get to the end here, and we come into the stickers and the backs of the little sticker cards. And as you would have it, when I got to the end, of course, I found some other cards that I didn't have handy, so I had to put them at the end, and it started my next project. And I thought, well, while I'm going through my Sandbergs and updating and putting in order, I might as well try out this TCDB thing. And what you have here is, you're probably thinking, hey, that's a 90 Donruss. And it is. And that's the MVP, and we already saw those. And the same thing for the Stadium Club. They have variations. And if you're familiar with the TCDB, you'd know. And if you don't know, it's a way to add new cards to your collection. And I have two of these Berg sets. I have the team set, but I pulled them and put them in the Sandberg collection. So you can see I'm already off on my next time needing to put my Sandbergs in order again. And we just kind of stashed in some new cards for a while until we get the itch to update them. So at the end of this video, I have gone through, pulled out all the duplicates, put all of the cards in order with the set make and then by year. And I just like looking at them like that. I think it's a cool way to display them, and it helps me know what I have and what I don't have. And so my final numbers, after going on to TCDB and plugging in all of the cards, I went from 286 Sandbergs to now I have 331 Sandbergs, and that puts me at 77th on the TCDB rank. And so that is how I store my player collections and how I put them in order afterwards. This is my Ryne Sandberg binder, and I would like to give a little channel shout out to all the people that have, just in my almost 2 years long of being on YouTube, have sent me Sandbergs that are now part of this collection. So I got Greg Clark, a super cool gift of his a while back from a Glove and Beyond TV. Zach and Porter have donated a few Sandbergs to the collection as well. Reindeer Studios, he sent me that optic. I should say this shiny optic. Sal Dougie, House of Cards, thank you. And to Daniel Wilson, who was kind of the inspiration behind finally showing how I do this. I would like to do more of these videos of my binders, because I do have a ton of them and I love to go through them. And like I said, Daniel Wilson has a great channel, and he was kind of what got me into this video. I just didn't know really how to make it or to show it, and this is what we came up with. So Thank you to all those channels. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.